there's someone I need to talk about. A guy. A really important guy. Because I think I'm in love with him. Honestly. Like, could there be more of a perfect person? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, I'll stop being melodramatic. But seriously, I'm gonna talk about Brom and his actual, like, books. I don't have any of his art books, which makes me incredibly sad. But one day, I will get some. I'm also gonna go ahead and point out that only one hand is painted, so when I start flinging my fingers around, don't laugh at me, okay? I got so excited that I was just like, okay, gonna go ahead and knock this out. So, his books, that are not art books, I think, in order it'll probably be The Devil's Rose, and this takes place, like, kind of in the Wild West sort of thing in Texas, and I actually haven't finished reading this one, so I can't really tell you what all it's about, but yeah, I'll get back to this one. I'm really excited about this one since this is the one that I haven't read. I'm just like, yeah. Okay, so the very first book I ever picked up by him is when I was in Portland and I was just meandering around and I found this. This is the Plucker, and this is a story about children's toys that come to life, and the reason why they come to life is because they are attached to a child's spirit, and then the boy's dad comes back from Africa and brings a voodoo doll, and it ends up trying to take over the toy world, and it turns a lot of the toys evil, and so there's a big battle to try to save the kid's soul. And I'm just going to show you some of the artwork, just because I don't know if I read the books so much for the art or for the story. Like, I think it's for the story, but the art really kind of makes me wonder. Because he's an amazing artist. Like, this is the girl Jack falls in love with. And Jack is the one that is fighting Plucker. He's a jack-in-the-box. I thought that was cute. So, I love how big his books are. Like, they're not normal, but like, do you see how big this is? Like, and the type is, you can't see the type, but the type is huge. I guess they do that specifically so you can, like, have all the room for the art. There's, like, not a good picture of Jack. Like, what is this? So usually with his books, a lot of the artwork is, like, in the middle, and it's just, like, a bunch of it. Oh. Well, I mean, there's the Jack you see on the cover, so that's good enough. But, this is my favorite picture of Brom. He's acting like he's eating a teddy bear, which I find that amusing. Just because, like, the whole thing with me and demented children is just, I think it's fantastic. But, yeah, so this is a really good book. I'm not going to jump into too much further than what I just said, because I want you to be able to pick it up and read it and enjoy it. So, the next one I read is The Child Thief, and this is my only paperback book by him, and it really upsets me because my ex-boyfriend beat it to hell, and it pisses me off because I hate it when books come back to me in a bad condition. Okay, so what The Child Thief is taking the story of Peter Pan and making Peter out as a child smuggler. Like, he's not there to help children. He's actually taking them back to his world so they can fight in an army against Captain Hook, who is trying to destroy Netherland. And so the children have become frozen in time so they can fight that. And it's just, Captain Hook is just referred to as the captain, I think, in this, if I remember correctly. And he's working under the Reverend, and so it's kind of like a big metaphor for Christianity killing, like, paganism. So, this is Peter, and this is the captain. And this is the Reverend. So at the very end, they end up coming out of Netherland to kind of fight a battle in New York City. And some of the children that have not seen it, they're just like, what? Magic. Just, that's all it is magic. So I think out of the ones I've read, this one's my favorite. Just because, like, I don't know, I'm a really big fan of the Peter Pan story. And I like how he taps into the darkness that is underlining in the story that I don't think anything else captures. Because, I mean, like, you see the Disney movie and you can go and see the play, but it's like you don't see how much the author kind of wrote into the story of just I think there's a word that was used, like, it's a German word, and it's just like, it's a really long word. It has something to do with eating children. But okay, the next book came out in 2012, and I don't have, like, an actual copy of it. It's just on my Nook, and that's Krampus, the Yule Lord. So, if you don't know what Krampus is, he is a Germanic, Scandinavian legend that comes with Santa Claus. Like, mothers would threaten their children with him, that if they didn't behave during the holiday season, that Krampus would come and eat them, or leave coals and switches. And the way Brom sets it up in this story is that Krampus is trying to bring Yule back into the world, that he's trying to get away with Christmas and remind the people that they need to worship the earth. So he comes into I don't remember where the city is, but it's just like, he finds a man that's down on his luck, and he convinces him, well, not so much convinces, but he just finagles this man into working with him to kill Santa Claus. And I kind of found the story funny, but that's more of my sick humor. And okay, another thing that I appreciate about Brom's books is that they don't always have that happy ending. Like, there's an ending and it sort of happened, but a lot of bad things still happen, and you're just like, that's not supposed to happen in, like, normal books. What is this? What, like, Krampus ends up dying, and it made me sad, really sad. I'm really wanting to flip through the Devil's Rose more and try to, like, but at the same time, like, there's no way I can sit here and, like, read it this fast. I don't like to read his books fast. I like to take my time with them. So, yeah. That is Brom. I hope I made him sound interesting, and if I made him sound boring, completely disregard this because he's an amazing author and you should go and read his stuff for yourself. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.